All right. So game one of the finals was last night. Indiana at OKC. 111, 110 is the final. Tyrese Halliburton, another game winner. It doesn't make sense that every time he takes one of these fucking shots, they go in. He finished the game with 14 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. And if you would have told me he has a game like that and OKC is not going to win that game, I'd never believe you. There's no way we're going to lose a game where Halliburton is 6 for 13, 2 of 7 from 3, and only has 14 points. But it happened. He got outscored by Obi Toppin in this game. Obi Toppin had 17. Siakam had 19. They didn't have anybody really go for a big scoring game. They just kind of all contributed. McConnell had 9. Mathurin and Bryant both had 5 apiece. Nimhard's 14. Turner's 15. Neesmith gave you 10 points and 12 boards. Obi Toppin hit 5 fucking threes. I don't know where the fuck that came from. I don't know when all of a sudden Obi Toppin is like a sharpshooter now. OKC, I think, made a lot of odd rotational moves. I don't quite understand why AJ Mitchell played 4 fucking minutes. I don't know why Isaiah Joe played 11 minutes. And I really, really don't know why Chet Holmgren only played 23 minutes. You know, it depends on who you think is better right now between Chet or Jalen Williams on who's the 2 and who's the 3. But to me, it doesn't matter. You cannot have one of your 3 best guys only play 23 minutes. I don't give a fuck what coach saw in the with the Pacers lineups and what they were doing and what he saw on the film from the 2 games OKC and Indiana played earlier in the season when Chet was out. Chet missed both games in the regular season. So I don't know if he saw something in that film that made him want to go Chetless more so in this game. Hartenstein only played 17, so it's not like he replaced Holmgren's minutes with Hartenstein minutes. He just didn't play bigs much in this game. And he did change the starting lineup. He went from the regular playoff starting lineup, which has been SGA, Dort, Jalen Williams, Hartenstein, and Chet. He took Hartenstein out and put Cason Wallace in. Um, and I don't know what the idea behind that was, just going smaller, I guess. If I was gonna do that, I would probably have started Caruso. Now Caruso played 28 minutes. Anyways, I mean it's Caruso. He had 11 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks off of your bench, Alex Caruso. To me, when I look at this game, um, I feel like there was really only 3 guys that showed up to play. That's SGA, Dort, and Caruso. Dort was 5 of 10 and hit 5 threes and had 4 steals. 5 threes, 4 steals for Lou Dort. And you lose that game. That's a tough one to swallow. Jalen Williams only had 17 points. He was 6 for 19, 1 of 4 from 3. He missed a big 3 late that as the Pacers were coming back and climbing into it, he had a 3-pointer with probably around 2 minutes left. That was pretty open. And if he hits it, OKC goes up 9 and probably wins the game. He missed it. They come back the other way, and I don't remember if that's when Nemhard got to the free throw line and cut it to 5. I think that's when Nemhard got to the free throw line and cut it to 5. But they might have. That also might have been a 3-pointer. There might have been the Neesmith 3-pointer in the corner. I don't remember. So yeah, he was not good. Like I said, Chet didn't play enough. 6 points in 23 minutes. You know, I'd like a little more than that. 2 for 9. I want more Chet. I don't know why Chet wasn't out there more in this game. Um, I think we gave the Pacers an advantage on that when with 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 going small. I think our best option is to try to bully them, try to beat them up, used the two bigs. This team doesn't rebound very well. OKC's problem for the last 3 years, the biggest weakness has been rebounding, and all of a sudden we're in the finals and we have a matchup with a team that's also not very good at rebounding, and it feels like we can kind of take the rebounding advantage. And if OKC can win the rebounds in a series, I mean, geez, they're hard to beat anyways. But in this game, OKC got out rebounded 56 to 39. That is 17 rebounds lost there. Um, in the turnover battle, obviously OKC always dominates the turnover battle. Pacers, 24 turnovers for the Pacers, and the Thunder had 6, and we lost the game. That is unacceptable. You can't lose that game. But at the same time, I look at this and I say there's so many reasons we should have won this game, and it scares me that we didn't. But also, the Thunder shot 40% from the field and 37% from three, while the Pacers shot 48% from the field and 46% from three. That is just, it's, make or miss league, all the cliches. But at the end of the day, you're in the finals. You can't shoot 40% from the field and expect to win. You can't shoot 36% from three and expect to win when you're going up against a team that's pushing 50% on both sides. Um, I'm looking at it. The only guy on the Pacers that shot under 30% from three in this game was Halliburton, who was 2 for 7, 28%. Everybody else, and even Nimhard shot 33.3%, 2 for 6. Everybody else that shot threes was over 40%, 42.9, 50, 40, 62.5 for Obi Toppin, 5 of 8 from three. The free throw battle was really not. It was pretty much not a thing. 21 attempts for the Pacers, 24 attempts for OKC. Pacers shot 15 of 21. Thunder shot 21 of 24. Thunder won that battle. There's when you win the turnover battle by as much as OKC did, and the free throw battle, even though it was by just a little, you shot 3 more, but you made 6 more. It's just not a game you can lose. You can't afford a loss like this in the finals. I still feel good about it though. I still feel like we're the better team. I still feel like we have the advantage in this series. It's a tough start. It's not the way you want to start a series at all. But this team was here in the same spot against Denver, losing to the Aaron Gordon three-pointer on the last second shot. This time it was Tyrese Halliburton on a ridiculous long two, and he really did get. I love Cason Wallace, but Cason Wallace gives up a lot of size to Halliburton, and so Halliburton was able to just kind of rise up over him as the clock was coming off, and Wallace couldn't really get that good of a contest up. Um, Obviously, I'd like Dort to be on him in that moment, but the matchups didn't because the Pacers didn't call timeout and they just ran. I mean, there was not really an opportunity to force a switch. Um, so like I'm content with Halliburton making a shot like that over Wallace as a great defender in Wallace, but obviously it didn't go the way we wanted it to. Um, Tough shooting night from pretty much everybody, including SGA. Really, the only guy that shot it well was Dort, 5 threes, and Shea 14 for 30, 46%. Not terrible, but 30 shots, 38 points. Not great. He did shoot 50% from three though, 3 of 6. So that was good. That's a good sign. There's so much stuff about this game that I'm saying. I'm looking at the box scores right now, and I'm thinking Lu Dort 5 threes, SGA 3 threes, 38 points. Caruso with just another incredible stat sheet stuffer, 11.6 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. And I'm thinking, how do we lose this game? how do you lose this game? And then, you shouldn't have lost the game. The game was in your hands, and you couldn't put your foot on the throat of the Pacers, and you really have to kill this team. They will not go away. If you give them an inch of life, they are going to fucking kill you for it. They come for blood. I don't know how they do it. It's like they get into these late game situations and they just don't know how to miss shots. They get in these late game situations where they are down and they need three pointers and they just shoot a bunch of fucking three pointers and they all go in. If they played like this for the whole game, they'd win by 30 every night. If they just shot three pointers like they can shoot three pointers in the last 4 or 5 minutes of a game. Um, but yeah, it's a tough loss. I think there's adjustments to be made for sure. I don't think AJ Mitchell should see the floor again in this series. I don't think I don't think Isaiah Joe should see the floor much more in this series. And I like Isaiah Joe. He's a good three-point shooter, but that's about all he can do. And in the finals, you don't really have wiggle room to have a guy out there that can do one thing. Not against this Pacers team. Um, and he's just not that good of a defender. And you know, a team that's got a defensive identity, rolling out Isaiah Joe for 11 minutes, AJ Mitchell for 4 minutes, really just wasted those 4 minutes in the second quarter. And it's not like I don't think the Pacers really cut into the lead in those 4 minutes, but it's the NBA Finals. You can't waste 4 minutes on a rookie AJ Mitchell. And I think that might have had something to do with the fact that there's really only two point guards on this roster that are any good, SGA and Cason Wallace, and they both started tonight. And I think when Degnault wanted to go to the bench, he wanted to take Shea out, but he wanted to have a point guard in. But he realized that Wallace had also been on the floor the whole time, so he kind of had to throw AJ Mitchell into the game. That's kind of what I think happened. That's my best educated guess. I don't know why else AJ Mitchell would come into the game in the second fucking quarter. When things were going well, it felt weird. It felt like it was something, and I don't want to say I'm smarter than coach, but it felt like something he didn't think about when he changed the starting lineup. He was like, "Oh shit, I don't have any point guard. I don't have any other point guards we can go to right now. I have to go to the rookie." So yeah, I just AJ Mitchell playing 4 minutes and Jay Will not playing at all just doesn't sit right with me. There's should be no reason for that. Um, we should have won this game. I think we will win the next game. I think I think worst case scenario, we're going back to OKC for game 5 2-2. I think that's the worst case scenario. I think we win the next game, and I think we win at least one of two in Indiana. Um, I think there's a lot of adjustments I think can be made. I think especially with the rotations, you can't have Chet only playing 23 minutes. That's not acceptable. That's your second or third best guy on your team. There's no reality where that guy only plays 23 minutes. Hartenstein only played 17. That's about what he was playing against Minnesota as well. So I don't know if there's something going on there. I thought that he was playing little minutes against Minnesota because it benefited the matchup to have like Jalen Williams or Caruso or even like Aaron Wiggins guarding out there to guard Julius Randle. I think Hartenstein. I think you can play the double bigs a lot better against this Pacer team than you could against the Wolves because at the end of the day, Miles Turner is more of a stretch guy. You don't have to worry about him as much on the rebounds. And Siakam, while Siakam's great and he's better than Julius fucking Randle, I feel like you can guard Siakam a little better with Hartenstein than you could with Randall because Siakam isn't he's not going to be at the 3-point line as much as Randall was, and he's not going to take you off the dribble as much as Randall tried to. He's going to be kind of a post player. He definitely can take you off the dribble, but he's gonna work in the mid range. He's gonna work in the post. I think you can get away with it more against Siakam than you could. And Randall did that shit too. It's just Randall he gets feeling like he can hit some 3-pointers, and then he's all the way out in the corner, or he's at the wing. He wants to take threes. He wants to pump fake, dribble pull ups, and Siakam doesn't. I don't feel like Siakam does that as much. So I'd like to see the bigs more, especially Chet. Obviously, especially Chet. Um, and yeah, that's about all I have to say. I think we're the better team. I think we have the best player in the series. Um, and I think Jalen Williams will be better. I think Chet will be better, and I think he'll play more. And yeah, don't play AJ Mitchell any fucking. I don't want to see him log one more second in this fucking series. I don't care if we're winning a game by 40 or if we're losing a game by 40. I don't want to see AJ Mitchell anymore in this fucking series. All right, I've seen enough. All right, that's it.